All right, Shalom. Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostle of the great millstone. Shalom to you, brothers, pushing this truth and sincerity all over the earth. Another shalom to you, hopeful elect out there. And I just want to say something real quick about this. It says ex-officer charged in George Floyd's death, freed on $1 million bond. And this was published October 9th, 2020. So at the beginning of this month, pretty much. And it says the former Minneapolis police officer charged with murder and the death of George Floyd posted bail Wednesday and was released from state prison, leading Minnesota's governor to activate the National Guards to help keep the peace in the event of protest. It says, according to the court documents, Derek Chauvin posted a $1 million bond and was released from the state facility in Oak Park Heights, where he had been detained. In Hennepin County jail records show he was released shortly before 11:30 a.m. Floyd, a black man in handcuffs, died May 25th after Chauvin, who is white, pressed his knee against Floyd's neck for several minutes as Floyd said he couldn't breathe. Floyd's death was captured in widely seen bystander videos that set off protests around the world. Chauvin and 3 other officers were fired. Chauvin is charged with second-degree murder, third-degree murder, and manslaughter. Thomas Lane and Jay Kang and Tu Tao are charged with aiding and abetting both the second-degree murder and manslaughter. So the officer set free. And now that goes right back to the scriptures. And we're still going to have Jake. When they see things like this, it's still going to be Jake. See, they're not all evil, brother. We don't got to come together in Christ. We got to just love and unity and all this and all that, man. It's still going to be Jake that think like that. But I don't understand. Time and time again, I say this, I feel like it's always a video about this every month. Esau is proving that they don't like it. And it's in the scriptures. It says, who's possessed what I have. And I have 2 scriptures. I just want to make this real quick. Because it's just, it's getting to the point where Jake is just completely blinded by that slave masters, man. They do anything to them, and they still think that they love them, man. Think they still want to be their friends, want to be buddy with you, want to go to church with you, want to do all this other stuff with you. You don't understand that they can say a lot of things, but their actions prove otherwise. Zechariah 11 verse 5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. See, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And who does that? These people. They will literally kill you, cold blood, evidence, shows the whole video. We do they go to court and they still get scot off free. They get let free, man. And it's happened time and time again. So you gotta stay away from these people, man. Like the scripture says, it says stay. Oh, and I have that too. It says stay far from away the man that has power to kill. You gotta stay away from these people, man, because these people are walking around looking who they can devour. Pull you over for no reason at all, and the next thing you know, you get shot. You went up in the supermarket, he thought he was afraid for his life because the way you grabbed the bread off the shelf. You grabbed the bread off the shelf wrong and he shot you. I understand you have to watch out. You have to be careful in this thing, man. You got to watch how you walk. That's what people say. It's not a wise thing, especially in this time, to walk around fringes everywhere, fringes on your shoelaces, fringes on your shirts. Women all walk around with the dress, with the head wrap, and fringes everywhere, and fringes, man. It's not wise in this time for you to do things like that. You have to be discreet, man. You have to use discretion. Here it is. You see everything that's going on in the world, and you just want to let the whole world know that you're an Israelite. You want to let them know that you know that you're an Israelite. It's not the time for that, man. It's really not. That's why it's not wise for you to walk around with fringes everywhere. Everywhere you go. You in the shower with fringes. Grocery store with fringes. Got to get gas. You put your fringes on, then you go to the gas station. It's not wise for you to do things like that. You got to use discretion. That just popped up in my head. I just said that just to say it. But like I was going into it, it's coming to that point where it's more evident. And obviously it's going to get to that point. You see Jake making militia groups and all these other things. Now there's going to be a point in time where the race war is going to happen, man. And it's going to be the Israelites versus Esau, man. And it's going to happen. And all the other races going to be involved in it too. But mainly it's going to be Jacob and Esau. You understand that at a point in time, Jake is going to be fed up with what's going on, and then they're going to actually physically try to do something about it. And that's going to come with the race wars and the riots, all that other stuff, and all the hell stuff breaks loose. That's what's going to happen, man. You can clearly see it happening. More and more time that this stuff keeps happening, that Jake keeps getting killed by Esau, and Esau's let off scot-free, nothing happened. It's getting to the point where people are starting to wisen up in a little bit. Not to wisen up as in the truth wise, but wisen up to what's going on in the system. And that's going to bring about a race war, which is in the scriptures. It's all biblical stuff, man. Biblical prophecy. You see? And it's getting to that point, as you see, just made a video about it, about Jake making militia groups armed and walking around protesting just like the Edomites. You can see it. You can see it starting to form. You can see it. We're coming into those times, man. What do you think when the society once Jake has had enough, and Jake that's in these militia groups that had enough of the system and what's going on with people, the police killing people and getting away? What do you think is gonna happen, man? What do you think is gonna happen? And when they get ready to take action, what do you think Esau is gonna do? I think Esau is gonna, the people, the Edomites that had all the weapons that do the same thing Jake doing, walking around protesting their rights and their amendments and stuff. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think they're going to win? Because it's going to be a race war. So when them Jakes rise up against them cops and the government going against them, do you think the other Edomites are going to be buddy with them and let's throw down the government? Obviously, it's going to be, how to say this, obviously, it's not going to be. You're going to have to choose sides, man. You're going to have to pick a side. And Jake, you understand, Jake is not, especially the worldly Jake does want to rap and do all this other stuff. They're not getting prepared. They're not understanding the times that they're living. They're not seeing that something is about to go down. They're not seeing that this country is getting very unstable. It seems like it's going down the drain. It's been getting worse and worse as time has been going, man. Nothing else is getting better. Everything is getting worse and worse and worse. And it's getting to that point, and you just don't understand that when it gets to that point to where it's going to happen, where the Most High lets loose, because we all understand it goes back to the Most High. The Most High lets loose, man, then it's going to be shit out of luck, man. That's what we're telling you things now is before they come to pass, because we know they're going to happen. That's what we're telling you now, so you can get right, so you can be hid from those things. But Jake doesn't want to hear that. Jake wants to join the militia groups, want to deliver themselves, wants to put stuff in their own hand, and think it's gonna work. He's gonna be caught up out there, front lines in the race riots. Then who knows what's gonna happen to you, man? Because Jake wants to be part of that. Jake always wants to be part of a movement, a group, some type of trend. And a whole bunch of so-called black people with weapons, Jake sees that, oh yeah, let's get up in this. He's my brothers right here. We do die for him. He do the same for me. You know how Jake is, man. Jake will get wrapped up in that immediately. Instead of listening to what we telling them, repent, come back to the Lord, do this and do this, so you can be hid from fear evil. You want to take it up in your own hands, and you want to put the power in your own hands to see if you can overthrow the system. And it's just not going to happen. Ecclesiasticus 9 and verse 13. Keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill, So shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, of midst of traps, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city, man. Let's stay far away from these people, man. And what does it say? It says, remember that thou goest in the midst of snares. And what are snares? Traps. Traps everywhere, man. Esau's trying to get you trapped up to do something so they can do something to you and they can get away scot-free, man. That's why it says never trust thine enemies. You got to watch these people. You have to watch these people. That's why you have to watch how you move. You have to. Because if you being wild, you're going to get caught up in something and then, hey, judgment might pour out. So I just want to touch on that. And it has happened at the beginning of this month. I just wanted to show that these people get away with these things. Esau gets away with this, and it's going to rile Jacob at a point in time. And it's happening now. But best believe more and more this is going to happen in the upcoming weeks, months. And it's going to happen. It's going to rile Jacob, man. And it's going to rile Jacob. And a race war is going to be coming. A race war is going to be coming. And now it's not the time to be bullshitting, goofing around, and doing all this stuff. You got to get right, man. Because the times are right in. The times are right in. You see Esau doing this stuff on a constant basis and getting let off scot-free. All right. So I'm going to close out. Hope this was edifying. I'll get you guys another lesson. Shalom.